at that point. Either way, let's see if I've done this right, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go. I did. Look at that. I did. Awesome. This is also kind of a test for the loadless because it's not many people have done a run with loadless. I think only Toxic has. So I can also use this and look and go, oh hey, look, it's working. Good. But this will be a no reset. As many as we want. Could you tie it to GTA? You just randomly tie it to GTA. Did I miss my first hit on Nagano? Sunshine, get out of here. Not the way I want you to go. So if you could come over here, I'd appreciate that. Okay, I don't appreciate that, Nagamo. It's gonna break the bike. Or not. Okay. Ragdolls in this game are very, very good. I appreciate them a lot. I appreciate them a hell of a lot. Also, gotta remember that the split key is now on this keyboard, not that keyboard. Nice. Cool. Cool. Not bad. Alright. Alright, we have a run going. That was actually a good Nagamo. Somehow. Wasn't even aiming for a good Nagamo, but people actually watching over the house list would be listen to GTA. Aww. Aww. Shame. But we'll see. We'll get to see how quick the loads are in this game as well with loadless, because literally you've seen, even so far, the loads in this game are practically non-existent. Like, if it works well for you, the PC version of Yakuza 6 is, it's very good. I've heard one or two things from people with a few issues, but those are the kind of things that will get patched. But honestly, like, I've had 0 issues with the PC version. Look at these load times. They don't exist. Like, these bits that are supposed to be the loads are gone. Like, this is why I don't think it's going to be sub 2 loadless, is because my load times are non-existent. Like, they just don't exist. But we'll use this as a good way to see if the loadless timer is working properly. And then we'll just, like, have it as normal on the leaderboard. I'll have to set it up for loadless, like with K2. Which is a pain, because I didn't set up K2's leaderboard properly for loadless, but it still somehow worked. It's one of those, like, pieced together, taped together methods of just, hey, it works, don't touch it. You touch it in the wrong place and the tape will fall off and the entire thing will collapse. You know, one of those. Look how fast it is! Reminder that on PS5, aka the PS4 Pro version, we're still talking to the kids at this point. Like, no joke. That's how much faster this is. It's ridiculous. Also, if you've not seen the PC version of Yakuza 6, there's added ragdolls. And if you've already played Yakuza 6, you already know that game had some amazing ragdolls. This game has added ragdolls on PC, and it's amazing. It's actually amazing. Even alive people have ragdolls. We had Hangman act like a Beyblade in our first run, if you didn't see it. So... It's good stuff. Feels legal how fast it is. It's so fast. It's so nice. It's genuinely so nice. Hansel seemed for the copy of 6 again before it's a bit with the arts but stuff. Nice. Nice. Don't forget to buy bentos this time. Hey. I only bought one last time, and I think that's one of the reasons why I died. Hi. But yeah, I would have done a Legend playthrough had it not been daylight saving as well, but it's daylight saving, so, balls. I'll have to hold off on that for a couple of days. We'll see. Bandit RR2 is pretty neat. I haven't done RR2 in a while. I've been doing that co-op with, Vera. Good hit. I was a little worried about that. But yeah, you'll see, no doubt you will see at some point, there are ragdolls. People spin in the PC version of this at high FPS, and it's great. It's genuinely great. Don't take that as me saying the game is bad. It's great. Like, ragdolls are good in the best of times, but here they're even better. You will see what I mean. I promise you. So because the clocks are going forward and I can't do as long a stream because obviously I was quite late, we're going to do a run of this and then we will do some marbles afterwards. So you'll get some marbles as well. Lots of spinning today. The theme of today's stream is spin. Spinning balls, spinning men. Lots of spinning. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for the luck, I appreciate it. Lots of spinning. Ah, shit. This should be an area trigger. If this isn't an area trigger, I will be actually amazed. Yeah. I was gonna say, if this isn't an area trigger and it doesn't count, I will be upset. Hey, let's see if we have the same shenanigans that we had here yesterday where I broke the sign. Good old dragon engine. Oh, we good. We good. Every time I picked up a two-handed weapon, it broke yesterday. Well, not yesterday, the day we did this run. Like, look at this. There's been less than a minute of loads in the first 6 minutes of the game. If you want to know how good the PC port of Yakuza 6 is, that is a very good indication right there. Less than a minute of loads in the first 6 minutes. Whereas at this point in the PS4 speedrun, we'd still be running towards Bantam, I believe. If I remember rightly. This game be fucking fast. And it's great. It's got me in the department set piece as well. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. But hey, I've still got my old method for backup. So hey. If it does break on me again, at the very least, I have a method to get through that bit, so I'm not too worried about that. Oh look, the world record thing works again, because yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's still one or two things in regards to the port that need a little bit of work, but they're only like very minor things. That's a fight. That's probably a fight, if I'm being honest. Nice, got lucky. They're exceptionally minor, not even really worth talking about for the most part. Some other people will probably have some bigger issues with it, and that's just the nature of PC gaming, is every so often you'll get a port that works really well with one person system and not with another. For reference, I've done a couple of bits of closed alpha testing. I'm not sure how much of this I can mention, so I'm not going to mention too much, because I'm not sure how the NDA for that back in the day worked. I'm not sure if I was allowed to talk afterwards, but on my laptop, because it was when I was in university, on my laptop specifically, this game made everything at nighttime, like this nighttime cycle of the game specifically. Every single building was see-through, and every single outline of every single building was flashing rainbow. It was very almost epileptic-like. So nicely it only happened to me, but because it only happened to me, they had to fix that, and then obviously after that, damn it, son. After that, it was just fixed for everyone. So that way no one would ever find it. But again, it's only something that happened to me, and that's the thing with PC stuff. It's something that's fine for me, won't be fine for someone else. PC games are finicky. Almost as finicky as I am with food. Am I today? I'm doing alright today. I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to, but I'm doing okay. Not the guy I wanted to kick. Thanks, Akiyama. Yeah, you can kill Ed today. I forgot to split. I actually forgot to split. A man's hand is on the floor. They have a way to reduce it. Yeah. The nice thing is, at least on my system, we had a way because it was just literally every nighttime. So literally I just gave them like my specs, my save, etc., and they fixed it like within, I think within like 2 hours. Like they fixed it fast. Like insanely fast. So that's nice. Should go Judgment PS5 pre-order today due to 5 hours certificate. Oh yeah, nice. I'm very much looking forward to Judgment on PS5. I'm looking forward to seeing how much faster that's gonna go. Again, I'd like to do a full playthrough of that. Like, I would like to do a full playthrough of this. I'm just kinda... There's a few reasons why I'm kinda not jumping straight into that right now. That I don't want to get into straight away. but I would like to do a full playthrough as soon as Judgment comes out on PS5 next month. The first day might be a speedrun again, we'll see, because that's the quickest and easiest way for me to see, you know, what the differences are, etc. And I'm wondering whether it does go sub 5 hours on PS5. 60 FPS is going to help so much, but also the improved load times they talk about. I'm very, very curious about that, because, you know, the PC version of this had insanely good load times. But the PS4 Pro version of Judgment doesn't have that bad load times. Way better compared to base. Way, way, way better compared to base. I don't like that that was the fight spawn. There's probably going to be one out here. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for noticing me. That actually helps. There was one out here. It wouldn't have noticed me, but I'm glad the other one actually aggroed onto me just in case. Cool. So I will be doing Judgment on PS5 when it comes out. So I will be obviously, as I said, getting that on PS5 day it comes out. So looking forward to it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you for the luck, Nell. Appreciate it. But literally, we're 11 minutes in, and there's only been a minute of loads. Like, again, if you're wondering how the PC version of this is, it's glorious. It really is. And the fact that it runs 60 FPS smooth. It is an absolute joy to play this game at 60 FPS. And no, I'm not actually sponsored by Sega. I didn't actually ask for a code for this because I don't like asking for codes and then doing speedrun stuff with it. I feel like that's, you know, a bit not, it's a bit of a gray area for my own morals and rules, you know? So I didn't ask for a code for this time around. Same with the remastered collection on PC, because again, I didn't know if I was going to be doing full playthroughs or speedruns at first, and it turned out I did a speedrun of this. So unlike the LAD and the PS5 LAD, the previous Yakuza 6 stream and on PC and this one, they haven't been sponsored by Sega. They're all me, they're my own thoughts and feelings, so me saying that this is a good port to me is not backed up by, you know, I was given a code. I bought this myself and I'm saying this is a good PC port because this is a good PC port. Like, I genuinely feel that this is a good PC port. So yeah, there you go. So there you go, if you were wondering. Because if I was given a code, it'd be I'd do the same as I did for LAD, where I'd say like every hour that I was given a code, etc., etc. But I didn't want to ask for it this time around because I wasn't, as I said, sure. Nice, I get the quick Akiyama again. That's something I've noticed with the PC version, is I'm getting the quick Akiyama more often, which I appreciate. I just saved another 30 seconds. Remember that time I said that this wasn't going sub 205? Maybe. Remember, my PB had 2 deaths in it. Including Sonia 3. Maybe. Let's go sub 205 immediately. I just put my hands down and walk away. I'm done with the run. And by 205, I mean real time. Obviously, I said it wasn't going to be sub 2 for loadless, but 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder about that. Oops, and you. This is going to lose some time. Bad menu. Bad menu. And an encounter, yes. Actually, I think 2 encounters. Mod check! Do we have a mod? Mod check! Hello, mods! Do we have mods? Mod check! Mods! Mods, I forgot to put on a prediction. Help me, mods! I don't have time! I'm speedrun! I don't want to hit him this way, but I did! It's a bad Nagamo, baby! It's a very bad Nagamo, baby! Come over here. I should hit him with the electric scooter pre-phase change, I think. I wanted to wait because he stood up a guard. It's a bad Nagamo. Watch the time go. Shouldn't have done that either. I can't believe we're not going to be full golds in this run. Unbelievable. Oh, good attack. He's not dying, but it will not kick him. Oh, he dodged. He dodged. He does everything. It wasn't a gold. Below the souls, obviously, but it wasn't a gold. Dang. Major fights and some Yakuza and some others. Okay, so with 6, I was going off of memory of the boss fights, and because the start of the run was because the start of Yakuza 6 is like massively boss focused. Like the speedrun, like we're 15 minutes in and we've fought 4 bosses already. With 6, I thought that with bosses, I would have a better grasp of which bosses were going well and which weren't, especially with the fact that it was the first Dragon Engine game. So that's the reason why bosses for 6, and for everything else, it's usually chapters, because chapters is just an easy point to split on, you know? So that's why. Guys, thank you for the 3 months, I appreciate it. I need beer. So we need beer here because we need a long-lasting attack drink. CC Lemon, unfortunately. I see that God Taxi down there. I see it on my mini-map. How dare you? How very dare you? How exceptionally dare you? Unbelievable. So for some, I do bosses because it's just easier to figure out, you know, oh, hey, this, and this. But, like, with 6, sometimes there's multiple bosses per actual chapter, whereas with a lot of the older Yakuza games, it's 1 boss per chapter. What are we betting on? That's a good question. You know what? Throw it up. Let's do it. Will the run be sub 205 real time? Make sure you say real time in the bet. This is a bet on real time, not on loadless. Because loadless will be. Loadless absolutely will be. I keep forgetting how intense the vibration is for this bit when you're walking into Ino, and oh my god, my hands. So what I'm doing is I'm running up against the back of Ino. This is actually pushing him faster. You can tell how well you're doing via the conversation. That's a little slower than it was the other day, but that's still pretty good, actually. It's much better than I was doing on PS4. I wonder if the better FPS is helping. Alright, so we're going to do Shake the Baby skip. Because you can skip Shake the Baby. Shake the Baby is on a timer. And you can reset that timer. Which is important. Because I don't know the controls for Shake the Baby on PC. Well, I do, but I don't want to try them. Leave me be. I'm sure they're better than the motion controls, but it's still faster to quit Shake the Baby. It's actually much faster to quit Shake the Baby. So I have to be at least a little fast here. A little bit of wasted movement will cost me quite a bit. So in here, settings, save, create new, 6, load 6. Cool, there you go. Shake the Baby skip. So by loading a save, you actually reset the timer on Shake the Baby. And basically, this allows us to go really fast. In the old PS4 version of this, load was only on the title screen. So you had to go all the way back to the title screen to be able to load the video game. But here, you can do it from the same menu because PC. Thumbs up. Yeah, no gyro on PC. I can understand why. Not all controllers obviously have gyro in them, and the majority of players who play on PC still use like an Xbox controller. So even though some... Yep. Cool. Even though some controllers do have gyro, there's a lot that don't, and a lot of people that don't use controllers with gyro. It would have been interesting if there was like an option if you had a gyro-enabled controller on, but you'd have to have it all set up yourself as well, so it's kind of a pain. So I can understand why they didn't. Real time is loadless? No. Real time is loads. Loadless is loadless. Firepotted the man. But yeah, you should see some quality-ass ragdolls in this run. This run absolutely loves its ragdolls. But no, real time is a lot tighter of a bet. Loadless is 100% sub 205, like without a shadow of a doubt. It's already sub 205 pace. Right now, it's already sub 205 pace. But I don't want to go for the sub 2 hour bet because I feel like that's probably a little too far away. Not necessarily loadless, I don't know. Also, trouble is, with a God Taxi here, you can't actually use it because we are going to Kiyomi's and there's no taxi point near it. So we don't want a God Taxi here. A God Taxi is basically a taxi that spawns along the street. You can see that taxi ahead of us. That's a set taxi. So all the times that we'll be using that taxi, we're going to be hoping for a spawned taxi on the road, which sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. Luck of the draw, as you do. As you do. Questioning yourself right now about whose baby is that? If you did big plot spoilers. If you're planning on playing 6 eventually, you might not want to know the answer to that. If you are planning on playing 6, you shouldn't be watching my speedrun streams, because I usually go very in-depth with the plot at times. Haven't recently. That's something I've actually noticed recently, is I haven't done that many marathon commentary-esque runs. I'm tempted to do one for something at some point. Probably Kiwami or LAD, but ahead of SGDQ submissions. Because those will probably be the 2 Yakuzas that I go hard on for SGDQ submissions, is LAD and Kiwami. Nagamo! You ass! Yuta, you ass! Alright, take the brick. This ass. Where's SGDQ submissions due? That's a good question that nobody knows the answer to. Because usually they open up around, by now. So we're wondering if there's something special going on, because usually SGDQ submissions open up by now, because usually the SGDQ from last year was a little late because of obviously COVID and all that jazz. Did that card just phase out of existence? I think it did. So we might have a later SGDQ this year. Because I think there's a Frame Fatales event on in August, which is usually when SGDQ is. So they may be reshuffling dates around a little bit. Sure did. I thought I wasn't being crazy there. When is Austin for the event? Maybe. I don't think that they will. I think it will be online again. And I think that they have now in place a really good infrastructure for online events. I thought that, like, AGDQ, or SGDQ last year was a good online event, but AGDQ blew it out of the park. Bias aside, obviously. I think it's definitely online for the next one. I think it's just a matter of logistics and when they're gonna do it. I've also been wondering whether they do a hybrid event. Like, no doubt if there is a, like, in-person event, there will be a requirement to, like, either have, like, a mask on at all times or already have, like, your immunization vaccine, which I've had one of mine and my second one will come, like... Crap, my second one should be coming up soon, actually. A couple of weeks from now, actually. Yeah. Should be a couple of weeks from now, actually. I'm going to keep an eye out for that, actually. No, I think that it could be... this is what I think will be for the first one. Not necessarily for SGDQ, but I think for the first one they put on, like, be it like AGDQ or SGDQ. What I think will happen is anyone will be able to go. It will just be you will have to, like, adhere by these strict rules, etc. Good combo on Master Zoe, at least. Okay, Bad fight. Oh well. Like a Dragon is after 6. In Japan, LAD is literally called Yakuza 7. Like, in Japan, it is literally called Yakuza 7. So, LAD is after 6. So if you want to play them in release order, you want to go 0, K1, K2, 3, 4, 5, 6, LAD. The spin-off games can be done anytime, anywhere, especially Kenzan and Ishin. Judgment is technically after 6 and in between 6 and LAD world-wise, but there is no connection plot-wise to the Yakuza series outside of the fact that 1, it's in Kamurocho, and 2, you deal with this group of punks called the Tojo clan. I don't know who the fuck they are. Never heard of them before. I'm sorry, that chair was a Beyblade. Good. I'm sorry, that chair hit you in the face. You should have taken damage from that. No, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I usually have charge attack. No, I don't actually at this point. No, I'm lying. Charge attack would be helpful there. I should have just grabbed one of the sofas. That was kind of slow. Chairs are Beyblades as well. Interesting. Everything that is physics-based can be a Beyblade in the PC version of this game. That is good. I like this. And it's fun. Everyone loves fun. You know, I've just had a thought about. You know how God Taxi? No, I could have used you. No. Speaking of taxis, the thing that I just thought of there, when we leave Kiyomi's bar, wouldn't it now be better with the PC version to go backwards and go and use the taxi rather than walk all this way? Wouldn't that be quicker? Yes? I don't know why I tried to skip that. Well, there goes my God Taxi. I needed that. Also, I feel like I've seen more taxis frequently in the PC version so far. I think that's just placebo. But I feel like I've seen more God Taxis. It's faster on PS4 Pro too. I don't know why it took me 3 years to realize this, but here we are. But here we are. Here we are. Yeah, loadless is definitely working, but my loads are insane in this game, as you can see. We're almost 30 minutes in, and there's only been almost 2 minutes of loads. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of insane. This game feels real nice. I genuinely feel like this port feels more optimized than K2 for sure, and that's with ignoring the Ryzen 7 crash. Because that's not something that affects me. I don't know if it feels more optimized than LAD, but it sure feels like it loads way faster. And God, loadless, yeah, especially with the Dragon Engine. Loadless with the Dragon Engine is a necessity. Like, a massive necessity. I still remember the days of playing on base PS4, where we'd load up the Nagamo fight, because if you don't load up the Nagamo fight on base PS4, it takes 50 seconds to load, 5-0. If you load up the Nagamo fight beforehand and then go back to the main menu, it only takes 25 seconds to load. Dragon Engine is a wonderful thing. It caches, but 6 was evil for it. So having loadless is an absolute blessing. And from what I've seen so far, obviously I can't concentrate too much on it. From what I've seen so far with the loadless, it looks like it's working perfectly. So we'll probably get that set up as a timing option later tonight when I'm done. As I said earlier, I was going to do a legend run after this any % run, but the clocks go forward today, which means I lose an hour of my day, which also means I lose an hour of stream. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do... the legend run, unfortunately. Woo, yeah, sleep schedule's about to get even more fucked up now. Thankfully, I've made curry, so I can stay in bed tomorrow, which is not a good thing, because that means I'll stay in bed until 9 PM. throw hands at the concept of time. Fuck daylight savings. Not even the roosters like daylight savings time. To be fair, I understand why it's there, but abolish it. Get rid of it. Or, why can't we have daylight savings in the middle of the day on a Friday? You know? Why it gotta be on a Saturday evening? You lose your sleep to Sunday, which means you get less sleep on your bloody day off of the week from work. You know? Yeah, when are you two gonna Beyblade? See if we have a Beyblading Yuka. I didn't thought about that. Why? Like, I get why it's in the middle of the night, sure, but why isn't it on like a Friday? Oh wow, I did it. That's 5 seconds. How do I lose 5 seconds to that? I'm mostly like, obviously this is for the load list, but I am using real time as like an indicator to see how well I'm doing per split. Past few splits, not well. Fun fact that there's a fight spawn around the corner. Good stuff. For Prime Minister, no thanks. I would literally hoard all the chocolate that anyone produces. Prime Minister tax. I have all the chocolate. But that'd be a way to beat the kids' obesity that everyone keeps talking about. Oh no, that's unfortunate. All right, time for the old-fashioned way where I punch Master Zoe, and then I throw these guys, or I just punch them. I didn't want to go into the special attack. Yeah, I said 2 seconds. I didn't want to go into special attacks. That would have lost so much time with Master Zoe practically dead. That was my fault. I went too close to the group with the bike. Absolutely my fault. Cool. Sounds like we're doing better on the current lot, yeah. Kids can't be obese if there's no sugar available, because PM Froob has stolen all of it. Yeah, Judgment takes place after this. Future game rule, I don't really know, honestly. Whenever I do these things, I kind of feel like spin-offs are fair game because they're spin-offs, you know? You can literally play them whenever. You can play Judgment whenever. Although, with Judgment just coming out for PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X next month, maybe it should be considered a future thing. I don't know. I'm gonna kick these guys. Good kick. First guy was walking forward a bit too much, so I had to go a little bit further. Clan creator. Clan creator. And the Stadians, all 3 of them. Listen, I want to do PC speedruns of the Yakuza games. I'm not buying Stadia. Even I have my standards, alright? Shame that delay at the start of the fight is still there. I was hoping it wouldn't be, but understandable. Have a nice day. So the whole point of the second guy is to get this guy away from the boss without aggroing the boss. And then Joe goes after the boss. We hit those 2? Yeah, well, nice. Please. 424, meh. We got a 4 like 26 the other day, so Joe deciding to hit the guy that doesn't matter rather than the actual hard guy. RGG JoJo game, like, that's not even a question. Like, I actually, like, despite all of my misgivings with Fist of the North Star, I do actually think that a Fist of the North Star game in the Dragon Engine could be much better than the one that came out on the old engine. Because I still think that the Fist of the North Star game that RGG put out isn't a bad game. Like, yeah, that's pretty fast. Yeah, that's pretty fast. I don't think that it's a bad game. I just think that it's not a great Yakuza game. I know it's not trying to be a Yakuza game, but a lot of the good design decisions from the Yakuza games just don't exist in Fist of the North Star. Like, give me a second here while I level up. Yeah, I do get that. I do get that, but... Like, the whole fact that, like, the main hub city has no fast travel at all is horrific. And, like, that really hurts the game. And I know the Wasteland has fast travel, but the Wasteland is literally nothing. You go in there so little and, like, you only explore, like, a quarter or a third of it in, like, the actual story. Like... And you still have to unlock the fast travel points themselves. And the thing with Fist of the North Star is it felt like Fist of the North Star wanted more multi-enemy combat. But with the way that the targeting works in the old engine, it's much better for single target combat. So I think that there's a lot of things about Fist of the North Star that would get fixed on the Dragon engine, but I fully understand and appreciate that they went back to the old engine for Fist of the North Star. I think that having that game at 60 FPS was a sensibler decision than trying to force out a game on the Dragon engine that they were still trying to get to grips with, because, like, base PS4 Yakuza 6 was very rough in places, and it was very rough in places. And K2 was a much better game because of the fact that it was, you know, a game that took a bit longer to come out because they got more to grips with the actual engines. Yeah, the boss fights in Fist of the North Star are some of the best in the entire series. Without a shadow of a doubt. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. So, I do think that there are very good things about Fist of the North Star, and I think that there are things about Fist of the North Star that would get fixed if it was on the Dragon engine. And I think that they would do a lot better of a job with it with a second chance. I think that they would learn a lot from, obviously, the Yakuza games since, and they'd be able to do a lot better with it than what I currently feel is not a subpar game. Because, again, I think that Fist of the North Star is an okay game. It's just that casually the fact that you have to grind to unlock the minigames, I wouldn't even recommend it to someone just for the side stuff. Like, even the side stuff has an insane amount of grinding to it. Whereas you get stuff like, even though Dead Souls' map is completely different and, like, laid out differently because of the, infected zones, you don't have to grind to unlock the places. Sure, you have to do a fight outside of each location, but it's a small fight, you know? It's not, hey, get a treasure map, go around the wasteland finding this treasure map, and then you only have a time limit on it, and then you only have a chance of unlocking the thing. Like, that's kind of ew. Not gonna lie. Wow, I killed him in one hit, huh? Nagamo! I was gonna leave him to you. Looks like you got it. Good job, bud. Bad fight. Very bad fight. This is not a good set piece. Like, again, I know I say a lot of stuff about Fist of the North Star. I genuinely don't believe that Fist of the North Star is a bad game. It's just that it's one of my least favorite RGG games. Like, if you look at stuff like Dead Souls and you look at stuff like Binary Domain, I feel like they have a lot more creativity than Fist of the North Star. But I do feel like Fist of the North Star is a good Fist of the North Star game, if you see what I mean. Like, Fist of the North Star works in the sense of a Fist of the North Star game. And I genuinely believe that. Like, I think that it is a good game, it's just a 7 out of 10. Like, and 7 out of 10 doesn't mean average. I don't know why people keep thinking 7 out of 10 means average. 7 out of 10 is a good game. Like, it's not amazing, it won't blow your socks off, and I think a big strength of the game is the boss fights. But I don't think we can use the plant anymore. I don't think we can use the plant going in here anymore. I think it's gone. That sucks. Next time I do this, I'm going to try with the plant on the left-hand side. But I don't think it's going to make much of a difference because it drags Kiryu into the middle. And I think the reason why it's not working is the high frame rate and the fact that there's a small step down, which was there originally, but I don't think the high frame rate was causing the plant to, I'm assuming, knock into the ceiling. So I still have a backup. This is my nice backup strats. It's just, this is what I used to do back in the day, is get punched by that guy. You want him dead. He's the one that has to die without a shadow of a doubt. Like, he has to die. And then if I could grab someone, doesn't matter who. Good shit. Sounds a bit of the frame rate there. Oi, oi, oi. We'll see. We should try it with a lowered frame rate. It might be that that's how we get to save the plant, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the ragdolls in this are great. The ragdolls in the PC version are actually brilliant. You're able to do it in your casual playthrough, so you can say it's not the high FPS. Really? Huh. Curious. It might just be one of those things then, which is kind of annoying in a speedrun sense, but oh well. We get used to stuff like that. Again, I wouldn't mind the HP guy coming down here instead of fighting everybody else. I heard that kick, that's why I flung the plant early. Also, with everybody else being here, this is kind of nice because... that wasn't useful. Matsunaga, that was not useful in the slightest. Hold up, I need to... yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. Like... honestly, I don't... like, I know I say a lot about Fist of the North Star. I don't think Fist of the North Star is a bad game. It's just not my favorite RGG game. I'm very, very opinionated on it. And I think that's probably it for a lot of people, is that Fist of the North Star is a very opinionating game. I've said multiple times that Fist of the North Star overstays its welcome many times. I feel like there's a lot of things in Fist of the North Star that kinda... and I'm talking like casually here, not speedrun-wise. Like, I feel like there's a few things in Fist of the North Star that literally just pad the game out to make it longer when it really doesn't need that in the slightest, you know? Patience here. Happens sometimes. Sign me up. Thanks. Bit of a rough Somia flight. We'll take that. That's a 40-second time save, yo. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, there's that one infamous part in Fist of the North Star, and I spoke about it multiple times. It's 3 chapters away from the end of the game. You start at point A, get told to go to point B. You go to point B, you get told to come back here at nighttime. You go back to point A, make it nighttime, go back to point B. Told to go to point C, go to point C. You then get told to go out to the wasteland and find the place. You go there, which is point D. When you get to point D, you then get told to go back to point C to make a part for the car. You go back to that point. You then get told you don't have... well, you won't have the parts at that point anyway. So you have to go back into the wasteland, back to point D to go and grind up the parts. They've got a bigger spawn rate at least, so I will give the game credit for that. You go back there, you grind the parts, go back to point C, make the part for the car, put it back on the car, go back to point D, all the way into point E, which is a small little tunnel on the inside, speak to an NPC who just says, go speak to the people of the city. Which is back at point A. Like... yeah. Yeah, that's my issue with Fist of the North Star in a nutshell. Like, and that's not the only time it tells you to do something like that. That's my only issue with Fist of the North Star, is it pads itself out too much for its own good. I would respect Fist of the North Star more if it didn't do that. If Fist of the North Star, like, yeah, they don't want to make a small game, but I would respect it more if it was. I would respect it more if it didn't outstay its welcome. What was we playing recently? We played something recently where I said the same, and that wasn't Persona 5 Strikers. I can't remember what it was, but there was a game we were talking about that literally, like, the game itself, like, kind of ended a little fast, but I respect the fact that it didn't overstay its welcome. Like, it really didn't. You can have a good game and a short game, and especially when Fist of the North Star adds a lot of gratuitous padding and grinding to its post-game, you know? Like... And it's not fun grinding either, it's go out to the wasteland and farm parts for the car, etc. Like, that's the vast majority of it. Really? Fuck. That really actually happened? Damn it. I got too close, that was my own fault. 50k and I'm rich! I don't need money in this run. And another 60 on top of that, Jesus. I don't know, I feel like the PC version has higher money drop rate, like as in higher amounts. Like, I know that 6 has higher amount money drops, but like I feel like I've had way more money drops in this than the console version, which I'm not complaining about. I'm not complaining about in the slightest. It's just weird, that's all. Yeah, 110k from one fight with no upgrades to how much money you get from fights, by the way. So, you know, something's definitely shenanigans, but in a good way. But yeah, there was something we were playing recently, I don't remember what it was. It was a short game, but it was good for a short game. This is a very bad fight because no one's gathering up. I'm getting like no one with my throws. That's more like it. We're losing time in this split, 100%. More god taxis. That man's just doing the pose. That man's just doing a pose. He's posing like those NPCs in P5 Strikers. But I can respect a game that knows its limits. Because not every game needs to be 50, 60 hours long, you know? Like, with side content, like, sure, if you want to make it that long with side content, go for it, but the padding out of main story stuff is... It's Eragus at the best of times, and in Fist of the North Star, it was worse. And that's... But here's the thing, again, I may have been, like, ranting on about Fist of the North Star, but what I would like to say is that Fist of the North Star has literally some of the best boss fights in the entire Yakuza series. No joke. Like, Fist of the North Star has some of the best boss fights in the entire Yakuza series. So for as much as I will say negative things about Fist of the North Star, I will also say positive things as well, because, as I said... Oh, good. There are actually things that I save time, that I really, really, really like about Fist of the North Star. And the boss fights are a massive part of it. Some of the boss fights are, like, really creative, and then some of the one-on-ones are just absolutely beautiful. That one boss that begins with the letter R, I'm trying not to be spoilery, but, you know, with Fist of the North Star, if you say a name with the letter R, you know exactly who the fuck it is. That fight is beautiful. Like... And not just because in the speedrun we're 20 levels below that fight, making it like a massively hard fight. Yeah, Richard, that guy. But seriously, that fight itself, the mechanics, the actual fight, it's great. It's really good. Like, I will praise that fight, that one specific fight in the game until the end of time. Targa less so. Fuck Targa. Even though Targa's voiced by Jungi Han, fuck Targa. Fuck Targa. I know who I'm talking about. Trying to think of people in the Fist of the North Star universe whose names begin with R and aren't Ray. Fuck Ray. Not Ray. Ray is shit. I said it. Ray's fight in the actual speedrun is a massive pain in the ass. Like, you have to hit him at the right time with the right move to make him go past the HP threshold so he doesn't do his mid-fight QTE up to 3 times. That fight in the speedrun is genuinely hard. Like, actually genuinely hard, but not because it's a hard fight, although if you miss the QTE, you do like 7/8 your HP bars worth of damage. It's where the actual run starts getting like kind of dodgy in terms of like damage taken, because you don't have armor at that point. In fact, the only time you get armor is before the other R fight that I'm talking about. 3 chapters near the end of the game! If there's one speedrun that's as hard in, like, terms of, like, ease to die and difficulty as Yakuza 6, it's actually Fist of the North Star. If we're talking base any percents and not, like, obviously throwing in, like, harder difficulties and stuff like that. Like, Fist of the North Star, you literally end the game about 25 levels below the final boss. Like, the speedrun is kind of disturbingly hard for Fist of the North Star. And that's one of the other reasons why I kind of like it, not gonna lie. But do I want to do Fist of the North Star speedrun? Do I bollocks? I've done that run 3 times now, and I'm done. Remember that time when I got my PS5 and we all said, oh, easy world record because PS5? I failed by 7 minutes. Doesn't work like that because Fist of the North Star. I have opinions about Fist of the North Star. You know this already? Yep. And look how little time, like, we're an hour into the game, and there has only been 4 minutes of loads. An hour in. Again. Ow. Stop hitting me. You want to know how good this port is? 4 minutes of loads in an hour, in less than an hour. Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. PC port is wonderful, and again, just a reminder, I'm not sponsored by Sega with this, because I got my own version of the game, instead of asking for a code this time. So there you go. That's PS5 showcase you ever saw. Literally, I think you save like a tiny bit of time in loads, and that's it. Like, it's still bad. Imagine every route planned? Nope. I want to do it, and I want to go back to... I want to do the casual playthrough of this. I want to do the casual playthrough of LAD on PS5, but I might be taking an extended stream break in the near future. I don't know for how long. I don't know when. But there might be a day where I just say, fuck it, I quit, and just stop streaming for a while. I've been on the road to burnout for the past couple of months, and honestly, I need a break. So, I won't quit streaming for good, but I won't lie that thought did potentially cross my mind last week. So, what I will be doing is I will be taking an extended break to actually get my energy back. Get a little bit of passion back for streaming, because like I said it a couple of times recently, like especially when like the YouTube partnership happened, which by the way still haven't announced that on YouTube yet, so hi YouTube. Like I'd like to actually get into some kind of video content creation as well, which is also gonna like burn up a couple of like bits of my time, but in terms of general streaming at the minute, I feel like my creativity has dropped to, like, rock bottom at the moment. So, I will probably just one day decide, okay, that's it, I'm taking a break. I can't stream on YouTube, it's in my partner contract. Well, I can, but there are rules on it. I won't be going over to YouTube to do game streams, put it that way. All of my game streams, all my speedrun stuff will never leave Twitch. There's not much I could actually do on YouTube itself. Maybe my video creation process, but again, I'm very new to that, so I don't want to stream that anyway. Because I'm not going to be very good at it. Facebook streaming. Listen, I'm not as big as TMR is, I'm afraid. All the Japanese learning? It's not a bad idea. Certainly not a bad idea. I did say it the other day, I was going to apply for HoloLive EN Gen 2, but decided not to in the end. I'm still a little disappointed at myself about, but oh well. Here's the thing, right? With Hollow EN Gen 2, I'm fairly certain that with the bar raised so high, I think that EN Gen 2 is going to be another wave of female VTubers, because those are the kind of VTubers that do well for HoloLive. I think that there is going to be male VTubers on the English side at some point, but I don't think this time. I think the time after. I honestly think the time after. Although, if they were to do a co-ed gen, that would be very interesting. I would be exceptionally interested to see how I just fucked up, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, reason I fucked up is because I was supposed to get my vending machine drink upgrade, but I can't now because I already grabbed the drink and ran away. I did this the other day. Yeah, I actually did this the other day. Oh well, this will have to do. This will just have to do. We'll just have to go like this. This will be fine. As long as I can get to the chef with this attack buff, that's all that matters. Hollow Stars EN when? See, I think that before we get Hollow Stars EN, I think we'll get a co-ed gen, and I think that would be a very, very interesting experiment. I feel like you could do a co-ed gen first in the Western scene than you could in the Japanese scene. But yeah, I was gonna try out. I was gonna try and go for the audition, but again, with my nice feature. Thanks, Akiyama. With my with my creativeness feeling kind of low at the minute, I decided that, you know, it's probably not, with some feedback from other people. Kiryu? What's behind you, man? What's behind you? What's going on? With what was I gonna say? Some input from some other folks I trust, and my creative input being 0 at the minute, I thought it's probably not a good idea to try now. So if they do like in a year's time applications again, maybe I will then. Because again, I'd like to start doing more side stuff on stream. What I might do is kind of like with Strikers, where the first half of the stream is speedrun stuff, and then the second half, I keep forgetting that's not skippable. And then the second half is casual stuff, because I've got a good couple of... Hello. Oh yeah, go towards the door. Good lad. That wasn't me, that was Akiyama. I've got a couple of ideas in terms of like actual casual content that I can do. The Sekiro anniversary is coming up, so we're going to do that to fulfill the last milestone from the charity live streams. I'm probably going to do that on the actual anniversary day of the day that I last played Sekiro. But one of the games that I would like to play casually on stream is the PS5 version of Demon's Souls, which I have sitting next to me. So hey. 3-1 Sekiro. Basically, okay, so here's the drill, right? There are 8 recorded VODs of me on Sekiro, and just to prove it, here is, yeah. Demon's Souls. You died. So, what I'd like to do is I would like to do Demon's Souls on stream at some point. Probably after Sekiro, because Sekiro should be finished first. What I would also like to do is other casual stuff, and you remember me saying I would also like to do other speedruns that aren't just Yakuza stuff. So like 1 day a week. Basically, these are my plans going forward. I am going to designate 1 day a week that I am taking off. I'm going to have a designated day of the week where I am not going to be streaming. Because streaming for however many days in a week is starting to get to me. Uh-oh. That did okay. Fine, that wasn't great. Streaming 7 days a week, or trying to stream 7 days a week, is starting to get to me, and it burnt me out very, very fast. Excuse me. Alright, that's gone. Nah, Demon's Souls is gone. We can't stream that anymore, it's left. I don't know where it went. How did that fly all the way behind my PS3? Interesting. So... yeah, 1 day a week I will designate as my day off. I'm not sure what day that will be. It may even change up per week, we'll see. One day per week will be dedicated to speedruns that aren't Yakuza games. So we are talking... The big three that we're talking about at the minute are Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I'm gonna have to like learn the entire route again for. Devil May Cry 5 on PS5. So we're talking obviously the new stuff, Virgil. We're also talking obviously a return to like the normal 80% stuff. But also, what was I gonna say? I didn't want the chair, but alright. That actually worked. But also obviously the main 80% kind of stuff. Oh, hello. Get away from me. I wanted the chair, but that actually also works. And also, of course, a speedrun that a lot of people have been wanting me to go back to. And I've been saying I want to go back to it as long as I have been with Titanfall. With DMC, it's Titanfall. I just spoiled it myself. Yep, good. So I'll probably, those are the main three, will be Final Fantasy VII Remake, DMC 5, and Titanfall. Ed. I love Ed. Can I hit him whilst I still have the attack buff on? Oh well. One of these days I'll manage to get to Ed with the attack buff still on. That'll be a glorious fight. But then the other days of the week I'll still be doing Yakuza stuff. So that's not me saying I'm going away from Yakuza speedruns. I'm absolutely not. Like, I know that's the main reason why everybody watches. Like, I'm not stupid enough to just say, hey, goodbye to the content that I make, because I am a Yakuza content creator. So, you know. I like this idea for phase transition now. It's not too bad. You watch me for the fan games. You never know. Casual stuff, I did say. Like... You say it for the free, but I appreciate it. I mean, here's the thing. Anybody who is a streamer on Twitch is not stupid. We realize that, yeah, the Mach 1 tournament was a fantastic thing that, like, the Titanfall 2 community put on. Like, usual... Okay, Ed doesn't charge in the PC version. I have noticed this, though. Ed just attacks. Okay. I want Dude dead. You might be wondering why I'm attacking Dude. Dude is the worst character in this entire fight. This man's not dead. Bad split. I may have saved a couple seconds. That was a bad split. It was a bad final fight. The Titanfall 2 community tournament, the Mach 1 stuff that Brian Arto and everyone put on just now was fantastic. It really was. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Twitch. And this is how Twitch works. And I'm not... Ooh, excuse me. Hernia. I'm not complaining about this because this is how Twitch works. I understand how Twitch works, obviously, after streaming for years. Every streamer has their niche. Now, even variety streamers have their niche. So, I know that my niche... Excuse me. Excuse me for a second. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, attack. That's bad, Manuan. My niche is Yakuza speedruns. I get it. That's the thing that most people watch me for. And I get that. Because, like, that's, you know, speedrunning is a very big niche in and of itself. Like, I've been praised for my marathon-esque commentary, like, constantly, which, fair enough. That's kind of was my wheelhouse for a while, and it still is in ways. But the way that Twitch works is that even variety streamers have... Even with variety streamers, if people see the variety streamer doing the thing that they want them to do, they will go back and do it. If you look at the likes of, say, big streamers, like, say, Dr. Lupo, for example, Dr. Lupo has been doing a lot of Tarkov lately, so a lot of people watch Lupo for Tarkov. And then when Lupo goes to something like Fortnite, he'll lose a little bit of his audience because they just don't care. Even though, you know, they're both battle royales in a sense. I know Tarkov's not battle royale, but they're both the same similar kind of genre and game, if you know what I mean. Rude. And it's the same with, like, speedrunners and stuff. Like, it's very hard, I feel, for most people to break out into, like, variety streaming, but especially speedrunners, because, like, you're obviously here for the high-level gameplay. most of the time. Most of the time. And you're also here for, obviously, the specific series. Like, you'll know me for the Yakuza games. I'm not going to stop speedrunning the Yakuza series anytime soon. But even speedrunners have it where they have their main game, and then they have the things that people watch them because it's their main game. I know that more people will watch me for Yakuza than they will for, say, Titanfall, for example. But I do Titanfall for fun. Like, Titanfall used to be my main game, like, 4 years ago-ish, but things change, the landscape changes. It's very, very hard to ever break out from what your, like, kind of start is. Delay on that one. I always get hit there first because I know the pattern for the second one. 1,000 to 300 on content, which is brutal. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. And, like, that's the way that Twitch works. I'm not complaining about that because that's how Twitch works. I know that's how Twitch works. Like, and I'm very thankful for the audience that I do get. I'm not thankful for Hangman walking away from me. Cheeky lad. So it's like, yeah, like there's always drawbacks to streaming, and in a perfect world, you know, you'd be able to do anything that you want. But this is why sensible content creators actually space out their things, which is why I'm putting on a schedule for essentially the next phase of my content. So like, when I have that break and come back from it, you're all gonna know, okay, this one date is gonna be non-Yakuza content. So those people, like, I have one of my mods that doesn't watch for Yakuza stuff anymore. Like, Symmetric is impossible, 75% RNG, you're convinced? I actually wouldn't disagree with that. January last year, my most popular content wasn't Yakuza speedruns. It was playing Mahjong in Final Fantasy XIV. I was getting more viewers doing that than I was Yakuza speedruns. Like, almost 13, 14 months ago. It's one of those things. It's the most bizarrest thing. That's why we have a Mahjong tile as an emote. Like, it's one of those bizarre things that just... I can't explain how Mahjong in an MMO of all things is popular. Like, I like Mahjong, don't get me wrong. I understand why I love Mahjong, but you would think that it wouldn't be that popular of something to watch. It's so weird and bizarre. Like, you will literally hit it off randomly at points because you'll find that metric. And the thing with Twitch is when you find that metric, you have to exploit that metric. You have to. Like, that's the way. Like, a whole bunch of Twitch... Wow, I actually hit the guy. A whole bunch of Twitch is luck, and a whole bunch of Twitch is also kind of connections. I think those are the two big things you need these days to... Thanks, Sonia. Those are the two big things you need these days to make it big on Twitch, I feel. Most popular content used to be Yu-Gi-Oh! FM. My god. Could you imagine, like, I guess you get used to it running something like that, but could you imagine speedrunning Yu-Gi-Oh! FM every day? It would destroy me. Like, I'd suffer enough with the RNG from the Yakuza games. There's nothing compared to card game RNG. Also, EXO's doing the meme, which is good. 14 is popular. I think it coincided with Mahjong coming out in 14. No spinning hangman, so they're good. Bad effect regulations just quit if you don't get God RNG. Fair enough. I can understand that. Still GTA S, speedruns. Yeah, it's very hard to break away from, especially for speedrunners. For those who don't know, like, streaming is a real hard, like, thing to do. Like, it takes up so much of your time, and, like, something that I read and kind of agree with is that, like, the big content creators, like, we're not talking, like, my level or anything like that. The big content creators spend, like, almost 24 hours a day thinking about their stream and their content. Like, they'll spend all of their time towards their stream and their content. And that is true. That is very true. I knew you were gonna do that. Somia. Grab the bottle, Q. Good lad. So I knew the bottle would be faster than hitting him. Save 2 seconds, yay! Bad Somia fight, though. I managed to get it with the full attack buff, though. That's impressive. That, I think, is because of the PC version. 60 FPS smoothness is allowing us to get to this fight with the attack buff. That's really nice. That is really, really nice. It's so satisfying to be able to do that fight in 3 table hits. It really is. So, praise PC version. But for those who don't know, like, even being a speedrunner is kind of rough on Twitch because, like, well, here's the thing. You have, if you're doing speedrun stuff, you have to do speedrun stuff on Twitch. You cannot do it anywhere else. There is not an audience for speedrun stuff outside of Twitch. I feel like it would have been nice if, like, YouTube or Mixer had been able to grow as viable platforms for streaming, and I think that YouTube is a viable platform for casual streaming. But speedrun stuff, the entire speedrun stream is on Twitch. The entire speedrun scene. Like, if you've ever wondered why the likes of your big marathons are always on Twitch, there is no speedrun scene off of Twitch. Yeah, Mixer was good on the technical side, yeah. Like, Mixer had some actual good technical stuff that could have made it, like, an actual competitor. But then they either didn't have enough faith, or the whole, you know, let's just give 2 streamers $50 to $100 million, like, dollars. The thing that just kind of killed it off, you know? Oh, they actually did work, nice. So if you ever do speedrun content, you technically have to do it on Twitch. There's nothing to say you can't do it on YouTube, but the only times you really see speedrun stuff is like YouTubers doing like RTA stuff. Like, not even like proper full speedruns. And that's just because the speedrun scene and community grew on Twitch, and Twitch also kind of like helped along with that. But again, if you're doing multiple games, you will be known for 1 or 2 games. Like, even when I go back to like my older speedrun stuff, I'll be known as the Yakuza guy. I'll be known as the guy who hates Nagamo right now. I understand why, because, you know, that's all I've been doing essentially for the last like 3 years or so. 4 years even actually at this point, holy shit. And that works, like that works for me. But if you try and change too much, you lose your audience, and it's so weird. Like, streaming is a pain. Like, especially if you do look at the metrics. Like, the only time you should really get like obsessed with the metrics is like when going for a genuine like partner push. I'll leave you 2 to him. I'm going this way. Bye. Muto died again. Again, I was really hoping the PC version would fix Muto, but this is just a Dragon Engine thing where one guy doesn't activate. And it's always Muto here. Unfortunately, I might be far away enough that I get a fight spawn down here. Keep an eye on my minimap real quick. But like, you shouldn't really like focus too much on the metric side of things, but like, not fight spawn. The metrics on Twitch are really, they can be really kind, and they can also be really fucking nasty. Really fucking nasty. And it's, again, it's just bizarre. Sometimes you'll find your niche. Sometimes you'll get something surprising, like Mahjong in an MMO. Like, and it just depends on whether you can hold on to that niche or not. Ah. I still don't know how you're supposed to open this door early. He was running got 2K viewers and some big streamers out of the blue decided to host him playing strategy game 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think again, it does take a lot of luck. It does. There is the ability to do it like from homegrown. I think that 2 of the big examples I would use for that got that little push afterwards would be myself and Argic. Like pre AGDQ, both me and Argic were, or even SGDQ, both me and Argic were doing very, very solid numbers. Like, my Yakuza 0 stuff, which somehow then became the popular stuff over the Mahjong stuff, I was getting, like, an average of, like, 60 to 70 viewers per stream for 0. That's why I was going so hard on 0 last year, and why I've completely burnt out on 0. Like, the both of us were, like, getting that without, like, any massive kind of, like, help and stuff like that. But then it was the big, obviously, GDQ appearance that gave it that little bit of that extra little boost. And it's kind of the same with other things, is that you just need that boost, and that's kind of why, like, I kind of realized that in the past, my hosts and stuff were my hosts and stuff were basically the same 3 or 4 people. So that's kind of why I want to broaden my hosts out a little bit. So, like, actually host, like, more smaller streamers and stuff like that. Because I fully understand the grind. And I fully understand how infuriating it is. And here's the thing, like, the whole streaming landscape right now is so horrible for anyone starting to stream. Because you could be one of the best content creators on the planet. And you could get absolutely buried. Because literally, there's so many streamers that it's so hard to stand out in that sea of content creators. Like, it's insanely hard to stand out. And it really is. Like, I know there's like hundreds of thousands of streamers who are better than I am. Like, but they get unfairly buried because of, like, not having the opportunity or not having the algorithm or metrics on their side. I hate the bike now! Wait, why don't I go for this bike? Why don't I ever go for this bike? Why do I never go for that bike? It's closer. It's closer. They just saved, like, 12 seconds. Huh. Yeah, I don't think that bike works anymore either. We have a new bike now. And I'm fairly certain it's closer. That bike's our bike now. In fact, you probably don't have to kick, you probably don't even have to kick what's-his-face at all with that bike. You just run over there. Yeah, easy peasy. King Brent, thank you for the host. Hope you're doing well. Right, that's the fight. Oh, losing time here. Y'all are, like, way too far away right now. Bad fight. Very bad fight. Alright. Jungian. Time for X3 again, something to do? Fair enough. Fair enough. It's nice that it's out on Xbox now. If I ever get an Xbox Series X, because I still want to go back and play some of my old Xbox 360 games, then I would probably do achievement runs in the Yakuza games. It's similar to the conversation we had the other day. I don't mind trophies on PlayStation, but I feel like Xbox did achievements way better than PlayStation did trophies, honestly. Oh, it's 3 seconds, damn. You do it for fun? Yeah, that's the attitude to have, is if you start streaming, you do it for fun. Never, ever start streaming with a vision to make this your job. Like, I'm lucky in that I make enough from this to be able to keep doing this, but, like, where am I going again? Yeah, you. But even with what I make via streaming, that's not a livable allowance for what would be 90% of people. So yeah, it's streaming you should never go into thinking it'll become a job for you, because that'll be where you fail if that's how you feel about streaming. I don't like this because I want to use the vending machine. I can't get this yet, can I? No, I'm stupid. Tell you what, I'm getting boost combo speed too. Yeah, let's go. I hope that doesn't fuck me up for the last vending machine upgrade. That might do. I might have just fucked myself. We'll see. Because I don't usually get that. We'll see. That was not exactly the smartest idea I've ever had. We'll see. We'll see. Again, this isn't like the run that I'm looking to be absolutely perfect in, because, like, first run with loadless, blah, blah, blah. Like, here I usually grab a person rather than a barrel. But hey, barrel still works. That lad just drop kicks me. Ah, hype lad. Shadow attacks work very well for stuff like that. Please kill him. Thank you. I know he wasn't full HP. Oi. Ragdoll throws ass in the air. Nice. quit if you go to a soda machine. I don't think so somehow. The whole use a drone to... Thanks, Texture. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cool. Using a drone in real... I guess using a drone in real life would get you to have people move away from you. If you brought it out, like, close range. I hate doing that every time, and yet I still do it. I needed those. Thank you, sir. This shit, if you're talking about this guy with the explosive barrels, I agree. I hate this man. But I'm very, very lucky in what I've achieved via streaming, so don't take, like, that previous conversation of me being, as me being, like, unhappy with streaming, because I'm not. Like, this has been, like, an absolutely insane year. But streaming is just hard, and that's kind of, like, the reason why I want to take that break. I'm gonna get hit with an explosive barrel. Everyone's so far away from each other. If I get hit into the water... Ooh. You know what would happen if one of the lads fell into the water? How are you guarding? How is he guarding? It blew up the cone. I'm upset. Reminder, my PB had 2 deaths in it, so we can still improve massively. But again, I'd like to point out that with the PC version here, an hour and 21 minutes in, there's only been an hour and 16 minutes of actual gameplay, which means there's only been, like, less than 6 minutes of loads. PC version is good. PC version is very good. My loads are, like, non-existent in this game. It's crazy. Good bounce, please. It might not work. Okay. Oh, hey. I was hoping that would be one stab. That's all I wanted to try that, because usually that blade breaks in the explosion. So, neat. Good to know I can't take that with me, because oh god, I hate that angle. Whew. Any more over, I would have been dead. Come on, lad. Come here, please. Ah. I should have just punched him, but I just wanted to shoot him. I just wanted to shoot him. When still streams short, so I have no HD where every 14 zone loads almost a minute. Yep. Where's my SSD? This is on an NVMe. That probably explains why there's, like, no loads. But even K2 had its fair share of, like, actual long loads, whereas this doesn't. Going from base PS4 to this is crazy. Second explosion, please. Gun guy's alive then. Good to know. Actually, the gun guys are dead. I don't know where the guns are. They must have been broken in the explosion. That's a shame. Large lads and drop kicks. Name a more famous combo. I explode now. So does he. Reminder, this run can kill you at any time. Okay, you've started to attack me constantly ever since the PC version came out. I don't like you anymore. Drop your guard. I cannot risk it. Just in case it hit me through the actual cutscene. I am Dai. Thank you forever. Shame I won't have the attack buff for Jungi Han, but damn, I got here pretty fast considering it's still on. Again, I'm fairly certain that's because of the PC version allowing us to get here so fast with it being so smooth. I mean, it won. But you say that, Jungi Han. I give them free Yakuza games. Oh, hello. I had a feeling he was going to guard the light, so I was a bit worried. Wow, I lost a whole bunch of time. Wow. What the heck? Huh. I don't think it was that bad. What? I didn't think it was that bad. Like, what? How? Excuse me? What? No, it's still loadless gold, but I still lost time there. I'm kind of surprised. Huh. Oh, damn. The boss bars losing HP in this game. Yeah, the only thing that I wish that we had multiple boss HP bars or like multiple phases for bosses. The only boss that has like a second phase is Kushimizu. It's the only thing. Like I fully agree with people when they say that like this game should have had multi HP bars or like multi-phase bosses. The bosses still have like the HP that they would have if it was in another Yakuza game, but the whole like visual effect of only one HP bar makes it really weird. Although I will say that the Amon in this game feels like the easiest Amon of the entire series. I've said that multiple times, but I do feel like the Amon in this one is probably the easiest one. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. The Amon in Dead Souls is the easiest one. Amon in Dead Souls is just pathetic. Like, actually pathetic. I might as well pass the trigger. I should have grabbed the CC lemon. I don't know why I didn't. I'm very certain you can take it through that cutscene. Fairly certain. Free Amon, yeah, exactly. K2 Amon is pretty easy, to be fair. I was kind of talking fighting them legit without, like, Muscle Soda or CC Lemon, etc. Like, even this Amon without CC Lemon is really easy, honestly. But Dead Souls is just pathetic. Come here, lad. Okay. Bye. Oh. Bye. 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 The one named Bye did not go away. This is definitely gonna be a bad split. Oh. Bodies in the way. You know, every time I hate you, sir. In the fire. That's bad. What? Oh my god. What chance do I even have for Ed? The one behind me, I guess. I can't go for the one behind him, because that's gone. Love you, Ed, but your support... Oh, it's back. Oh, interesting. Ed, don't hit me. Thank you. Love you, Ed. Wow, look at this time loss. Ouch. Yeah, bad split. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. We lost 30 seconds of the last two splits. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Well, the Yuta fight is nice and easy, at least. This shouldn't be losing us any time. It might lose like a second or so, but there shouldn't be that much discrepancy in it. Look at how gorgeous this fight looks. Like, with all the particle effects and stuff like that. This is one of my favorite, like, looking fights in the entire Yakuza series. Visually, this fight is gorgeous. To be fair, the aim-on in Free Remaster is also one of the easiest, considering you can glitch out his second phase. Like, considering you can glitch out his second phase and have him not spawn in his guns, that is a pretty easy aim-on, to be fair. Alright, the split after this one is where we're going to start saving a whole bunch of time, because I'm not going to die this time, am I? Fuck you, Jimmy Lowe. This is all your fault. Hardest aim on? Ooh. That's a good question. Probably the aim-on that has the sledgehammer against Saejima. Honestly, fuck that aim-on. I wouldn't necessarily say that's hard, but it is a pain in the ass. It's definitely a massive pain, that fight. That fight is just annoying. Like, that fight is just massively annoying. Yeah, Fist of North Star's aim-on, it has too many gimmicks, but also it's a very good gimmick. And yeah, Fist of Star's aim-on just becomes huge lad. I said I was going to try this out after the other day, so I'm going to try it out here. And grab my drink here instead of in Onamichi. That way I don't have to wait for grabbing it and drinking it in front of the lads. But that might be a bit too slow to get to, honestly. We'll see. Even Fist of North Star has an aim-on. It's actually a good fight. It's well worth seeing on YouTube, that fight. It's a very weird fight because it has literally everything, even a driving section. I'm not joking about that. Yeah, no binary domain. There's no aim-on in binary domain. Mostly because Binary Domain isn't, you know, a Yakuza game. You can argue that Judgment isn't a Yakuza game, but come on, Tojo Clan, Kamurocho, come on. It's a Yakuza game. This guy needs to die. Cool. Gun guy needs to die. Cool. Not too bad. It's better than the other day, that's for sure. Imagine if God Taxi right here. Imagine ending the fight and seeing a God Taxi roll up. Hell yeah. Can you even taxi in this part, actually? Because I know half the city is blocked off. There might not be taxis on the street anyway. Lads? Should be an area. Yeah, it is. Whoa. It's a lot closer when you're in a fight, though, because that's supposed to be halfway down the street. Jeez. Binary Domain and Yakuza aren't connected, like, universe-wise. It's literally just the same devs. Bit of a slow Nagamo. I'm not sure why I did this, honestly. Yeah, Binary Domain is its own thing. Yakuza Cat's in the multiplayer, yeah, but that's literally it. Those are just skins. Oh no. Oh no, Nagamo! You are being a pain. Stop that. Somehow saved 4 seconds despite that. No, we're not saying as many ragdolls as we did the other day. I'm disappointed all of a sudden. I'm gonna take back my thing about the PC version being good. There's not as many ragdolls today. You dealt with him yet? No? Okay.
Lotus Yakuza 6 food pog.
Yeah. Dalhan, thank you for the 8 months. Lotus Yakuza 6 is very good. You can see via my time that we've had like less than 7 minutes of loads in this entire run. I managed to get past Saito. Or Psycho even. Holy shit, that doesn't happen very often. Hey. Give me green Decara. Thanks. Ah. Every time. Cool, right, Palm Stones, you know the drill. 9 Palm Stones located around on Amici, time to get them all. Game would have micro freezes every autosave. Also storage form and trying to pick. That's something that other people have been having with the picture stuff. So. The one on the south part of the city was like the hardest to route. That's the reason why I have it last, because like, where else am I supposed to put it, you know? It's so far out of the way to everything else. Because if you get the one on the right next to the taxi with Saigo, and you taxi down to the bottom, you're still going to lose time because you're going to miss these two up here. And then the one in the middle next to the graveyard. So it's like... I've always maintained there's probably a better like route for this, but I've never been able to come up with it. This has kind of been my original route from 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, however long we've been doing Yakuza 6. So I'm fairly certain there's probably a better route out there if you look at the taxi list. It just requires someone smarter than me, to actually look at that list. Ooh. Good fight spawn, very good. You go that way. Good. Very nice. Alright. We should be good. That's the last of the like really nasty fight spawns here. 3 more poem stones. This one, the one in the middle, and the one at the bottom. Let's see if we get a god taxi at any point. No god taxi here. Maybe down the bottom. Excuse me. Time it all, but yeah, it's a massive pain. It's one of the reasons why I just haven't done it. This route isn't bad though. Like the route that we're doing here isn't actually bad. It's just I feel like there's one that's gonna be better, honestly. And then obviously if you get lucky with a god taxi down here, then hey, congratulations, you've saved some time. Not that much compared to when you got Haruto, but you've saved some time. If that's a taxi that just went by, I'll be upset. It's not. Just imagine coming out of that and seeing that it was a taxi that went by. Like, all of my pain. Oh. Weird. Well done. Yeah, I need to... That's the problem that I'm having is I want to fix Stream PC pre the 0 to 7 in May, but the trouble is the thing that's broken in the Stream PC is the CPU. Trying to buy a CPU in 2021 just doesn't happen. It's just not happening. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was feeling, Tap. It's like, that's kind of why I came up with this route, was I couldn't think of any, like, route that's better. God taxi, question mark? No. 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 At least Saigo isn't here with everybody with us. Shame couldn't get to the taxi in time. Oh well. CP November 2020, still waiting for it. Almost 4 months into 2021. Yep. Yeah, I feel ya. Okay, I almost messed up here anyway by not getting the final... Yes, nice. Chain drink. Attack up. Don't mind me breaking bikes. Okay. This is where I had one death, so this is where I'm looking to save a big bunch of time. I wanted the barrel, but the man will also do. Get out of my way so I can grab this barrel in peace, thank you. He's Beyblading! He stood up. Ow! Well, look at the Beyblader and now I'm losing time. We got one Beyblader at least. I like that that's a feature in this PC port. It's a very good feature. Don't like when Hangman does it mid-fight, but when dead bodies do it, that's fine by me. Whew. But yeah, if we can not take a death here and not take a death to Somia 3, we'll see if we get that sub 205 real time. Wasn't that great of a hit, sadly. That's fine. I can do that too, you know. Okay, not too bad. Not great, but that's fine. I'll take that, honestly. So we can take a Shira. Not great. How did I not take damage? You're supposed to take damage there. You take full damage there on the PS4 version. Huh. Curious. Very curious. Eep. I don't like how many of you are alive. Always these three first, they're large lads. Everyone's over here, this sucks. Takashiro with the stun again. Thanks, my dude. Sugar. Hey. Nice. Cool. Alright. Not great, but we'll take it. We need to get through here as fast as possible. Remember, we need this attack buff to last. We need to get to a specific enemy, although it helps if we can get to the last encounter quickly. Who's alive? I don't want to let me kick there. That happens sometimes. It's weird. Takashiro, you're not looking too great, my friend. I want one of the knives. They're a little better than the sledgehammer for this bit. It's a little bit of a waste to like try and grab it, but well, there we go. Anyway, there goes my knife. Thank you. Good lad. I have a fair bit of heat remaining here, which is good. My HP, not good. Either way, this is the enemy that you need the heat for. Primarily, this guy here is one of the most annoying enemies in the game. He also has the Arasate dodge, which obviously we don't want to see. So the nice, easy way of dealing with him is taking a dagger and then just doing the heat move to his kidneys. Ouch. I would die from that as well, honestly. He's dead? Very much so. Yeah. Very, very much so. There's some really nasty heat moves in the Dragon Engine. That's one of them. Alright, I'm not going to try the barrel again. I will try Cone. A good old Cone friend. I was trying to use one of these barrels, but it breaks when you go down this step here, so... It's a shame. Hit this guy twice, and then get rid of him. Fuck you. He's the most annoying enemy in this entire fight. I just went over a hill, so I just lost, Kiryu? Yeah, he's fine. I don't care who I grab, I just want someone. Again, for... Wow, Takashura in the way again. Act surprised. I certainly am. I actually kind of am a little bit. Give me a knife. That dead body was physically in the way. Oh my god. Well, I didn't die there for once. Now, hey, can I... Can I not die to Hirose? That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm gonna kick you now. Okay, PC version, I cannot get into my extreme heat pre-Hirose fucking with me. That is something I have noticed. Going crazy in 2021. It left Vice City and came all the way over here. Missing for a good couple of years, and now here it is. I still remember, because I wasn't, like, I didn't ever do GTA speedruns myself, but I remember when the tech for skipping Cone Crazy came out for GTA Vice City years and years ago. It was a big thing, because everybody hated Cone Crazy. Also, the ghost of Hirose Past. Woo! Do the thing! Do the thing! Thanks. He did the thing. Don't counter. Thanks. See? Time save. Right, the big time save is coming up in this chapter. If we can not die to Somia free, this should be a sub 205. Should. Should. We'll see. Not much was lost. You're not wrong. You're very much not wrong. God damn it, Wondrous Magnet. No, bad. Bad. Bad pun. No. That lady was walking through the bike. Excuse me. Ghostly shenanigans. It's not good. You just got it and you regret it, yep. Yep. It's not a bad pun, but at the same time, no. Just evil, you're not wrong. This guy just firing a rocket in the middle of the day. Are you gonna wake up the neighbors like that? Come on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow, Rosetta, wow. You're lucky Lugu can't ban you. Lugu could ban now instead. No, my bike! No, the guy with the HP bar. Spin! Oh, I love this game so much. It got even better with the PC version. Hi, what are you doing here? I thought we had a second spinner on our hands. Y'all please move. I have a bike. I can deal with this. I think the bike broke after that. Yeah, it did. Shame. So that's not a good angle. Somewhat salvaged. Just hit that guy. Thank you. Stop. Whoa, holy shit. He's palmer stunning me. He's actually palmer stunning me. How did that hit? Remember that time I praised this series having good ragdolls? How the fuck did that hit? That was in my favor and still, how the fuck did that hit? Especially Yakuza at GDQ. Yeah, I mean, this is like the run we did of 6 at GDQ was still good. This version is so good. So good. Okay, it's SGDQ. They won't accept 6 for SGDQ just after they had it for AGDQ. There's no way. I think if you're looking at a Yakuza game potential for SGDQ, it's either LAD or Kiwami. I think those are the two. I'd like to see OG 1 and 2. But honestly, I think it's Kiwami or LAD. Which, damn it, I didn't open that. Which, ironically enough, those are the ones that I'm gonna be submitting, obviously, to GDQ. I might submit 0 again, but I honestly think 0 is too long. 4, I don't think will make it to GDQ because, whoa. I just went here without CC Lemon. Did I not hit no? I swear I hit no. Well, shit. Well, shit. There we go. That's gonna be a massive time loss. Time with half a bar of CC Lemon to go real fast. That wasn't a spin. That was just Akiyama kicking, I think. Well, shit. Oh my god, this is also a really bad start. Nagama? Well, this is bad. It's actually very bad. But yeah, I don't think, like... I'd like to see OG 1 and 2, but I don't think they'd get in. Free would not get in because Free... well, not half Free run, but a third of Free's run is literally just, like, shoot all the enemies. It's, you know... You can have, like, an incentive, like I did for ESA, to not shoot the enemies, instead, like, play the boss for real, but at the same time, it's still mostly shoot the enemies. Like, Free is not getting in because it has way too much downtime in it. 4 would be the only one with, like, the massive outside chance. 5, way too long. Judgment, way too long. You could argue that if I say that LAD has a chance, that 0 would have a chance, but honestly, no. 0 might be the popular one, but 0 has more downtime than LAD. And LAD, the fact that it's a long game is alleviated with the fact that it's a turn-based RPG. So, obviously, LAD has a little bit of leniency due to the fact that, you know, turn-based. You pushed him away. Lucky. I was about to get real mad with you. Which I think it has in its favor. And LAD is newer. Yeah. LAD also has a bunch more better donation incentives than 0 does. I have some very, very good ideas for that. Which I need to actually get on with and do. I'd like to hope LAD has a chance. I think Metza will be submitting it. Obviously, I'll be submitting it. What the fuck? That shouldn't have exploded so early. I'm dead. Interesting, that coming. I really want to get past the next guy with this attack buff if possible. It's not going to happen. This is bad. You usually lose the attack buff around here anyway, but like, god damn it, not having the attack buff here is going to hurt. I need the table. I need the table. Like, it's not going to kill in one hit, but I need the table. I can't get the chair. I can't believe I fucked up this much. It sucks. I think the trouble is as well, with the time loss, I died to Somia free here, so there's not going to be that much of a time loss. Like, usually we have our attack buff past this bit and past the helicopter, so it's not the end of the world. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Refusing extreme heat? Potentially. We'll see. We'll see. I think for most situations, no, because we've got, like, furniture and stuff. Like, the table, as you saw there, just worked. Oh yeah, I'd love Akiyama in a Dragon Engine game. I'd love to see all the old protagonists in a Dragon Engine game, honestly. Not necessarily the same one, but I would love to see their fighting styles in the Dragon Engine. Again, I think that you could get a really fun Saejima game in the Dragon Engine. Like, just imagine Saejima and all of his, like... Oh, for God's sake. Ow, that's half my HP. I can't have him shoot me again. I'm dead. I don't know what's happening right now. Fuck you. So if you ever wonder, hey Fruit, why do you go for the machine gun guy first? Now you know. The more you know. I'm now out of healing items. Okay, they still go down in one kick. That's nice. I'm going to take this extra careful with these guys. Thankfully, there's the toughness CZ in the corner. He doesn't go down in one hit because no, you know, it's a soda. I'm going to need that. Like, I'm absolutely going to need that with the dumb strats we do. Nice guard to stand your ground, allowing me to hit you with the sofa, except you punched me instead. Rude. Take that hit. I don't like the dodge side because he could drop kick me. That's what I'm massively worried about here. Oh my god, just fucking hit them. I'm a little scared at this point, not gonna lie. If anything goes even slightly wrong, I die. So I'm gonna do that. Which does mean I now don't have a heal for Somia. So I might take Somia with the extra safe strats. We'll see. Probably not, because I'm really dumb, honestly. I'm a speedrunner. The only thing I know is speed. Yeah, this guy doesn't attack anymore on the PC version. That sucks. Because he takes out half of these enemies. Now the grenade guy does instead. Haha. That's not too bad, considering, you know, no rocket. Honestly, I'll take that. I fear for flying furniture, not gonna lie. Every time. I'm gonna kick the guy with the machine gun. Or not. I was gonna say, I know you're about to do something. Hey buddy, goodbye. Even though this is slower, doing this correctly so I don't lose HP. So, it's actually quicker to fail this QTE, but you lose HP. I just don't want to lose my HP at this point. Like, I'm actually very terrified, because this HP needs to last until the final boss. No setup. That's fine by me, honestly. That's fine by me. After you. Nope. Nope. I refuse. Give it an extra second because there's like a little bit of a delay there. Dude, you got the glitch! The glitch is in the PC version! Neat! And it doesn't kill me still. Good. Thank God for that. Imagine if that helicopter stays around. I was just checking if there was a healing item in that corner. Alright. If I don't die, we save a shit ton of time. Simple as that. This is looking like sub 2 loadless if we don't die. Which is what we were expecting in the first place, but hey, Somiya. Beautiful fight. Absolutely beautiful fight. Smooth as you like. Sometimes when I need to concentrate for Somiya, I can concentrate real hard for Somiya. That's one of the hardest fights in the run. No joke, it is actually genuinely scary. And now I don't have to heal pre-Kushimizu Iwami. Although we are probably taking a nasty hit to Iwami. Not Iwami, Kushimizu. So this will be interesting. Okay. Two more fights. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know, Kushimizu could still kill me. You never know. I didn't mean to do this one. Well, that's bad. That's a bad Kushimizu fight then. Oh, he dodged. You cheeky bastard. See, I didn't want you to... Really? Kiryu, I swear to God. Okay. That killed? Alright. But this is fine because now I can just go extreme heat and punch Kushimizu, so silver linings and all that jazz. Hey, what up? Yeah, lost 11 seconds. Ouch. Do I have a little bit of... No, it's... I don't know if that'll give me enough for Iwami. We'll see. Good shit. Alright. Found a boss. Found a boss. I see your emote if it helps, Rosetta. I think Twitch is just having problems. It's another day. It ends in Y. God, Switch. That is the good shit right there. Look at that shit. That is some fuck good shit.